daddies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby. If you're new here, then welcome. But today we're going to do a little bit of a bookish get to know me. Yes, I figured you guys should get to know me more. For all my lovely 74 subscribers, I love you guys. And thank you for being here. I love it so much, and I hope you enjoy what you're watching. And I always take feedback, so just don't be mean about it. We don't like that here because I am a very sensitive person and I will probably cry. So let's not do that. But let's start off with the basics, okay? Who am I? All that stuff. My name is Abby. Obviously, you know that. People call, well, my nickname is Daddy Abby. I use that for all my gaming platforms I use because I love to game. I originally started gaming on, like, obviously the Wii and all that stuff. I upgraded to a PlayStation and then Xbox 360 and Xbox One, and then now I am currently on PC. But I play all platforms. All platforms. Love that. I am 24 years old. I grew up in Minnesota and now I live in Wisconsin. I have been living here for about 4-ish years now. I met my lovely boyfriend here in Wisconsin, so if you don't know who he is, his name is Declan. And we do have a cat together. His name is Apricot. He is 4 years old. We adopted him 3 years ago and he is the love of our lives. That's all I have to say. If you hear beeping and all that stuff, they are doing construction, so please don't mind that. We are going to start with some simple questions for bookish questions. What am I currently reading right now? I am currently reading For the Fans by Nyla K because I needed a palate cleanser of a good romance, if you call it raunchy, I don't know, or an MM romance. I love a good MM romance. My favorite one so far that I have read is Got a Fury by Rena Kent, and it is honestly the best. I'm only like 150 pages in of Only for the Fans, so I'm not all the way there. But that's the current book I'm reading. Do you have an e-reader? Yes, I do. I primarily read on my Kindle, but I will sometimes read paperbacks. It's not my favorite because I don't like finding light to read and carrying it around. But I started reading on paperbacks and then I upgraded to a Kindle. What is the first book I've ever read? Obviously, growing up, I read books. My sister was obsessed with Junie B. Jones, Magic Tree House, so I read those growing up. Like, obviously not really. I didn't like reading. My mom is a huge reader. My sister, my older sister, is a huge reader. And then now my little sisters, they are twins. They are huge readers as well. My dad, he had all girls, so apologize. I am the middle child of 4 daughters. My youngest sisters, they are twins. My older sister, she is 27 years old. And she just got married this last October, and I love my brother-in-law. So I obviously read those books growing up. My mom made me read 1,000 Boy Kisses when I lived at home when I was like, I think 15, 16. Love that book. I never read the next book that came after that recently. I wanted to get back into reading, and I think 3 years ago I read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover because that was like the most popular book at the moment at that time, and I wanted to try it. So me and my boyfriend went to Books A Million and I got Happily Ever After, which is like the After series by Anna Todd. I've never read those, so I actually don't even know where those books went. And then I got Colleen Hoover, It Ends With Us, and I don't know if I got another one after that. I did that, and I read it, and I literally got all of Colleen Hoover's books, and I read basically all of them. Maybe I started out with all those, and then I started gradually working my way up. Do you break the spines of your books? Absolutely fucking not. People who do that, foul. I love my books on my bookshelves. I don't want to break them. If I accidentally do it, then that's my bad, but I don't want to do it on purpose. You know how people sometimes just go, yuck. Foul. Shame on you. What makes you love a book? I think if I have a good time reading it and it captures my attention for a very long time without me trying to like doom scroll, whatever, I will love it. And also if I love the world building, just the characters in general. If I can't connect to the characters and if I don't care about them, then I will probably not love the book as much as other people might like it. But most of the time, I am like when I first started reading, I was always giving books 5 stars. Nowadays, I haven't been doing that as much. How many books are too many books in a series? And I think it depends, because I read Throne of Glass and I didn't think that was too many. I honestly think it was too short, but what are we gonna do? But I also read Zodiac Academy and I feel like that was too many books because I feel like that was too much filler in Zodiac. But in Throne of Glass, it was a lot of just like the whole plot throughout the whole series. But I think a good heavy medium is 5 or 6 books in a series is like the perfect amount. Anything more than that could be a little bit too much, and I feel like people sometimes like to drag on books that don't need to be dragged on. That's just my opinion. How do I feel about cliffhangers? Cliffhangers. Okay, they are a love-hate relationship between them because if the next book is out, hell yeah, bring on the cliffhangers. But if it's not out and it's not even announced yet, that's going to be an issue because what do you mean? Example, Fourth Wing. What do you mean that I mean, she's writing the fourth book now, but what do you mean that we don't even have a fucking release date or a year? A year. Give me a fucking year. But for like, I don't know, I'm reading Shield of Sparrows right now. Like I finished those first two books. I mean, it's a trilogy, but like right when the second book came out, a week later she announced the third book and she's already done writing it. She just has to like edit all that stuff. So I love that. Okay, but if it's like nowhere in the future of us getting the next book, fuck the cliffhangers. Hardback or paperback? Okay, let's just say this. Kindle. I will read paperbacks. Paperbacks over hardbacks. But I like the quality of hardbacks because they last longer and they're a little bit more sturdy, which I like. But I don't like all the dust jackets with hardbacks. I mean, they're easy to take off, but you know, that's my only beef with them. Right now, my favorite book would have to, like, recently that I read, how about this year, would probably have to be Sheila Sparrow series because actually that's a lie. I don't know. I have too many. I love Direbound. I haven't read Furybound yet. I love Onyx Storm series, Fourth Wing Empyrean. I love Shield Sparrow's trilogy so far. I love Enchantra and Phantasma. I love Alchemy, so I don't even know. I don't know. That's a hard question. I'm not answering that. Love triangles, yes or no? Yes. If they're done right. If they are not done right, then I don't fucking want them. I loved The Summer I Turned Pretty. I read those books. Didn't love the books, but I loved the show. But it just kind of depends on the love triangle. I don't know. What's another love triangle we have? Most recent book you couldn't finish. That would be Twisted Heathens by J.R. Rose? J. Rose? I don't know. I'll put the picture up here. It's part of the Dark Penitentiary. No, that's not right. Blackwood Institute trilogy. It's the first book of it, and I wanted like a fun, dark, spicy romance, reverse harem, whatever. And I just didn't like the characters at all. I'm like, what do you mean? Why do we have this? The last book you recommended someone, I recommended my friend Caitlin to the Shield of Sparrows trilogy, and she devoured them. She devoured them, and I love fantasy books, and we always like share each other's thoughts and stuff. Like, she gives me some, I give her some. She read the Gods and Monsters series by Amber V. Nicole, and I haven't yet, but she's like, oh my god, you gotta read it. And I read Rise of Starling before she did. I'm pointing to my bookshelf. I'm pointing to the books. I read it before she did. I told her to read it. She loved it. And I told her to read Direbound. She loved it. She's currently on Furybound. I haven't read it yet, but she's like, oh my god, you need to read it. But that was the last one I recommended. A book you dislike that everyone else seems to love. Okay, I'm not saying I'm gonna dislike this book. I did rate the book. I was gonna rate it 3 stars, but I brought it up to a 4-star for me. That would be Daggermouth by H.M. Wolf, because I just didn't really, I mean, the world concept was cool. I love the characters, but I just feel like I did like the characters, but I also feel like I like the side characters more than the main characters. Will I read the second one? Yes. But the ending did bring up that rating a lot. Can you read while listening or hearing music? Absolutely not. I can listen to like instrumental music and like sounds and stuff, but I cannot listen to like lyrical songs because my brain mixes the lyrics compared to the words on the book or whatever, and I can't do it. I can't do it. One or multiple POVs. I love multiple POVs. I want to know when the MMC is just yearning for this woman. I love it, or vice versa. It's just like the best thing ever, and it just makes the book kind of more cohesive and you get both sides of the story. I don't like it when it's just the whole women's POV. Will I read single POV books? Absolutely. But is it better when it's multiple? Absolutely. But I did not like the POVs always in Zodiac Academy because there was just too many POVs. There's a thing as too many. Some people we don't even need to know about. Do you read books in one sitting or over multiple days? Over multiple days for sure, because I have other shit to do. By other shit to do, I mean coming home, complaining that I need to finish my book, and then I go game instead. Or complaining that I need to edit, and then I go fucking do something else instead. So you know what? Over multiple days. Sometimes I will read a book within 24 hours. Absolutely. Like Phantasma and Direbound and Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, I read those within 24 fucking hours. Do you often skim a book before reading it? Absolutely not. I don't even sometimes read the back. If it's popular on Book Talk and everyone's talking about it, then I will pick up the book. If I get like a quote here and there from a book, I'm like, oh, absolutely, I will read that. Or like tropes in a book, I love that. I will never, ever, ever flip to the ending or the epilogue to know what happens. That just ruins the whole book for me, and I don't like to see spoilers. I don't want to know what the book's about. I want to be completely blind fucking sided. Most disappointing film adaptation. I haven't watched a lot of book film adaptations. The most recent one I did watch that was disappointing to me was It Ends With Us. They missed a lot of key markers that were in the book compared to the movie. Was it still good? Yeah, I did enjoy it, but it's not my favorite. And I'm really hoping with The Deal. I think The Deal just came out today. It's currently May 13th, but I haven't read that book in so long though. I need to reread them. I have the original copies and I love, love, love that. I hope that one doesn't disappoint me, and I hope that Fourth Wing doesn't disappoint me. I haven't read all of Elsie Silver's Chestnut Spring books, but I hope those don't disappoint me. There's just a lot of things that I just don't want to disappoint me. But all in all, I'm going to keep a freaking open mind because I love doing that. And we're going to do the last question. What is your favorite trope? Which, you know what? I have a lot of them, but I love a good enemies to lovers. Forced proximity. I love the one bed trope. It gets me every single time. Age gap. I love teacher student. Don't ask me why. Love that shit. Single dad or single parent in general. But Nocticadia is really what made me love teacher student. And then what was it? I think birthday girl. Was that birthday girl? It was just the age gap. I mean, Nocticadia is also age gap, but birthday girl really made me love age gap romance. Older. I love the age gap. Best friend's dad. Don't even get me started. You know, this is what I like. But daddies, that's gonna be it for this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. And like and subscribe.